Okay, this is the example I'm going to walk you through of how to put an actual book into NoodleTools. Several of you have checked out books from the library for your History Day project, or you have found your sources in our classroom textbook, and I'm going to show you how to add those to NoodleTools. So I'm going to go up here to Add New Source. This is a print or in hand, meaning it is not digital. It is an actual physical copy. I'm then going to click book. If I wanted to, I could click if it's a journal or an actual newspaper or an actual magazine. Those are the most common ones. Maybe work of visual art if you have a photo, an actual photo. I'm going to click book. Okay, my job now is to go through, just like all the other examples, and fill in as many boxes as possible on this source. If I can't fill in all but one section, I should not be using this book in my sources. It's not reliable. So first part here is going to be the book. So who created this? It can be a little tough sometimes to find the author, but I can find mine on the first page of this. It is going to be Richard N. Halzapfel. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm really sorry. There's also a second author, so I'm going to click Add Contributor. And this one's name is Susan Myers. EY. Okay, both of these are the author. If there are 5 authors, you put them all. If there are 2 authors, you put them all. Give everybody credit. Okay, this book is titled The Utah Journey. The volume set. Some textbooks or books or whatever will tell you if it's volume 1, volume 2. Mine does not say. It does say second edition. It probably should be spelled out. Second edition, but it doesn't say volume, so I'm going to leave that one empty. The publisher, that is on the same page as my author. It says publisher is named Charlene Kerwin, and the year is 2018. Let's see, publishing city. Oh, it says it's Layton, Utah. It doesn't have a series, and then I skipped a section right here. It minimized it. Alrighty. Let's see, I don't need to put the author again, but what chapter did I use? What section did I use? What pages did I use? My topic is not in this entire book. My topic is only on a couple of pages. So when I open up to the pages that I used, I know that it is chapter 2. I'm going to put 2. And the pages are 35 to, that is 35 to 39. If you're using a book from the library and you only use the first chapter in your topic, then you're only going to put the topic, that section of your book or those pages of your book. Whatever it is, be as specific as possible. All right, I've now got my authors, I've got what pages I used, I've got the title of my book, I've got everything I need. I can now go to the annotation. So at least 4 sentences explaining what the source is. Is it primary, secondary? How do I know it's reliable? How did I use it in my project? As much detail as possible. So this source is a secondary source. It is the official Utah Studies textbook. I used it to learn about the Ute Native American tribe. I will use this on my digital poster for basic information. I know it is reliable because it is a state-approved textbook. If you have a book that you got from our school library, it's reliable. That is your explanation for why you know it's a reliable source. Same thing if you got the book from the Sandy Library or any other place like that, it's reliable. If you have a book that you're reading and you know that it is very biased, then in here, this is where you explain that as well. So if you say, I'm reading the autobiography of Joseph Smith, I'm aware that it's a little bit biased because Joseph Smith is writing about himself, but it is still a reliable source because he's an expert on his own life. Whatever it is you have to explain to me, the crab test, the sourcing questions, show me that it is a reliable source. At that time, I can now save. And this is a secondary source. And as we've talked about, I like to color code mine. It just makes it easy for me to keep track of my sources, how many I have of each. You don't have to if you don't want to. Great job. If you need any help adding photographs, which is this one, or websites, which is this one, click on the other videos.